landscape has been dominated by the mining industry since 1800 BC. Thousands of men like Alan Jones worked up an appetite digging for tin deep underground in mines like this one. Dark, dangerous, narrow tunnels were no place to knock up a sandwich, so the miners' wives came up with an ingenious way of delivering lunch. The Cornish pasty.
The actual pasty itself was a self-contained meal. You had basically a sweet at one end and you had meat and potato at the other end.
But when you dine in a mine, you face a life-threatening dilemma. Where to wash your filthy hands?
The idea of the crimping here is to prevent the miners from eating the dirt, which could contain arsenic.
The men held the pasty by its pastry curls, devoured their lunch, then tossed the toxic crimp to the rats. Today, the tin mining industry has disappeared down a hole. But the pasty business is flying high. Each year, around 120 million Cornish pasties are made in the county. And thousands of that chunky figure are produced by Cornish premier pasties in the town of St. Column. The tasty pastry production process begins with potatoes. Here they use Estima potatoes for their firm texture and mild taste. And they get through 5 tons a week, which calls for a little more than your lowly kitchen blade. This super peeler uses water jets and abrasion and can skin a 25 kilogram sack full in 2 minutes flat. The scrubbed spuds are sliced and diced by the bucket load, and the resulting mountain is mixed with giant bowls of diced swede and chopped onion. In goes a bit more than a pinch of salt and a dash of pepper, followed by melted butter and water to bind the mix, which is enough to fill 360 pasties. But serve that filling to a burly Cornish miner and you'd find yourself in a very deep hole. As they say across the pond, where's the beef?
We use beef skirt. It's a brisket skirt because it's got a nice grain, which it has. If you can see there, and a nice layer of fat all the way down through there. That's good because it gives the moisture to the meat.
The beef skirt is hand-cut by butchers who keep an eye out for one particular nasty.
Sometimes you get a little tiny piece of bone. It's very, very soft. And if that gets into your product, people think they've got gristle in their pasty, and it's not nice.
The trimmed skirt gets diced into bite-sized chunks, ready to be wrapped in pastry. Lots of pastry. Giant batches call for massive measures of margarine and lard. Sugar, salt, and 3 16-kilogram sacks of flour are added. And the monster mixer goes to work. But this freshly mixed dough is too brittle to roll. The answer is to let it relax. After a 30-minute rest, the giant dough balls are more elastic, mouldable, and ready to roll. An extruder flattens and stretches the dough, and it's fed slowly into the rolling machine. Like some mechanical miner's wife, complete with rolling pin, the machine delivers up a perfect blanket of dough to be cut into circles by a clever rotating blade. Each round case goes onto a conveyor for a cupful of veg, a handful of beef skirt, and a traditional Cornish hand crimping. The line crimps at a speed of 2,000 pasties an hour. The finished pasties are then blast frozen fresh off the crimping line at minus 18 degrees Celsius, then boxed up and dispatched to stores all over the country. Here they're cooked up and wolfed down by millions of hungry customers. A 14th century snack still enjoyed today thanks to the help of some 17th century advertising.
Let it be known to each and every one of you that the finest Cornish pasties can be obtained right here